beautiful blessing with you today on this wonderful Sun's Day. It is officially the end of this week, the strong, and we officially reached the month end candle on Thursday, so new monthly candles started on Friday. And to all of those, happy July for the wonderful month ahead, and may we see an abundance of beautiful love and light. And may we see some green in the crypto and equity space for this month. Generally, what we do see after a heavy cascading of downfall movement in the economies and the markets is we generally see a nice little green candle that is almost what we would call a railway track to get us back on track to resume the market. However, there is still much caution to be had out here in the market, and that's what we're going to take a look at today in the charts, the news, and all. But for now, thank you to my 57 subscribers on my channel. I appreciate you guys, all of you, so beautifully so. Thank you for being here with me and watching my content, sharing this content, and certainly liking the video. I would appreciate that because it helps YouTube determine the algorithms that deserve these videos to be pointed in the right direction for the best of people and their wonderful magic. So knowledge in this space is so important, so just always remember to do your own research. I don't give trading advice, but I certainly do share what I see in the charts and what I'm taking action on. So let us go and have a look here today. Please remember to go and like my other social media pages. You can find them here on my YouTube channel. And let's go and have a look straight away. How's my hair today? Yeah. Okay, anyway, so as I pointed out to you guys, we had a rising wedge here, which is basically a bearish pattern. We broke down out of it over here, and basically what we've seen here now is we hit the bottom of this descending line that I put in a little while ago. That was much resistance. We found some support on it. We immediately pulled back up here, and this was the noise and the FUD that happened in the market on Friday, where Grayscale was suing the SEC, and yeah, as you can see here, so still immense sell pressure, not only on the ribbons but on this level as well. So we were rejected. Okay, we made a shooting star candle which pulled back below the bars, and as you can see, we've been slowly grinding back down. And officially we have a test candle which has tested the bottom of this level, and this is called a hammer candle. And this candle is something that basically says that there is a continuation of the pattern, and as you can imagine, a hammer coming down, even a sword coming down, that this will then continue to fall down. So the next level, guys, we already know it's the 18,000 level here, where we basically bottomed out at this level, and this is going to be the moment that we will be truly tested in our journey forward. So I want to go over some of the news that's been happening. As we know, okay, I don't know if you guys officially know, but 3AC Capital officially filed for their own bankruptcy. And yeah, as some of the Twitter feeds are saying, is that it's an absolutely comical bankruptcy filing, because even the owner of 3AC is trying to indicate that he wants to walk away with some money, but that's not how it works, because the investors that lost money should be the ones who get their money first. Yeah, as we all know. I don't want to go into too much political stuff here because I'm not a politician. I couldn't really care for politics. They're all many ticks, blood-sucking ticks that just steal things, take things from people for their own personal gain, while other people struggle through life. So there's quite a number of very beautiful articles out here, and sure, let's start with the most beautiful one, and that's this KuCoin one, because it all ties in with KuCoin, with Celsius. FTX, Sam Bankman-Fried basically announced over the course of this week that in the cryptocurrency space, there is going to be certain exchanges that completely disintegrate as well, and that there are a couple basically waiting to either they silently insolvent or bankrupt in the background, and that hasn't come out yet, so that's expecting to come out. There have been some rumors from high followed Twitter feeds and on Twitter that basically KuCoin is one of these platforms, but sure, guys, it's very hard because KuCoin CEO slams insolvency rumors, citing no plan to halt withdrawal. Rumors linked KuCoin's intent to stop withdrawals with the Terra Luna and the 3AC collapse, which according to the warnings led to immense suffer for the exchange. So this is the kind of thing that FUD, and when people open their yappers, they just talk, they just yap all the time. The people that are actually going into the platforms, like Token Metrics as an example, goes into the platforms, looks at the platforms, the detail of the platforms, the volumes, the trading, the liquidity, all of it. And that's why it's called tokenomics, token economics. So they basically look at everything in this. And KuCoin CEO Johnny Liu was, however, quick to dismiss the unvetted rumors before they picked up steam. So this person here, Otaru, withdraw from KuCoin right now. Not a drill, no time for thread. Like and tweet to spread the message. Otter hardly wrong in such matters. So that's all great and everything, but where's the proof? Where is the proof that this is going under? Otherwise, this would have been picked up on KuCoin for many, many times. And like Johnny said here, beware of the FUDs. Not sure who's spreading these sheer rumors and what their intentions are, but KuCoin does not have any exposure to Luna, 3AC, Babel, etc. No immense suffer from any coin collapse. No plan to withhold withdrawal. Everything on KuCoin is operating well. So, as we can see here, as are disclosing a recent So while dismissing and supposed rumors throughout the above tweet, Liu highlighted the company's strong position by disclosing a recent $150 million funding, which placed the company's valuation at $10 billion in May 22. So that's just 2 months ago, just before the recent pull down. So all of this noise and the FUDders and everything, and all of this nonsense has been really just creating FUD and noise in the market, which hurts companies like this and creates stuff in the space that is really just noise. And that noise makes people like the retail investors shit scared of what's going on, and they run for the hills. They sell their stuff, they sell everything, and this is what continues to cause this deep cascading effect that happens when people get so scared that things are going to happen and people are going to lose and all these kinds of just rubbish, man. People just need to catch a wake-up call here in the space. And as you can see here, this is looking like it's wanting to pull down some more, like I said. So there is reason for the Bitcoin price continuing to fall. And that's because still companies like Celsius and all of these others that have basically used other exchanges and hedge funds to bankroll their liquidity and give a lower liquidity or margin call level, this is where the problems are coming in, because people have these hedge funds have taken out loans and borrowed money and they don't have enough collateral. So it's all a mix of that FUD that's going on. And if you go into Token Metrics, you'll find that it really simply tells you who's fighting and who's not fighting and what is actually going on in the space. So with that being said, guys, I mean, really just do your own research here. Let's go and just quickly have a look at Ethereum, and I will come back to the Bitcoin chart now, but I just wanted to share that KuCoin news with you. The other news here is that Bitcoin indicator that nailed all bottoms predicts a 15.6k BTC floor price. The MVRVZ score is a tried and tested bottom indicator, but is not back at base yet, one analyst warns. So, BTC needs to go lower before putting in a macro bottom. One of the market's most accurate indicators show. Data from sources, including on-chain analytics from Glassnode, show Bitcoin's MVRVZ score is almost, but not quite, signaling a price reversal. So I've been saying this to you guys for some time without the MVRVZ score indicator that we aren't at the bottom yet, and so have a number of other crypto YouTubers. And why? Because they have the experience. So I may not have years of experience in crypto, but I certainly have years of experience in trading and how trading works and the mindset behind trading and who's actually controlling the markets. And as we all know, right now, the Federal Reserve is controlling the free markets. So they ain't free markets right now. So when you listen to the Federal Reserve, you'll know exactly what to do with your funds, when to invest and how to invest, and where the bottom average is, more or less. So let's read this here. Amid ongoing debate whether if or when BTC USD would go beyond its current macro lows of 17,600, new figures suggest that the market easily has further to fall. As noted by Fulb, co-founder of trading suite Descend Trader, the MVRV score is now in its classic green zone, but not yet at the point which has accompanied price bottoms in the past. So MVRV measures how high or how low spot price is relative to what is referred to as its fair value. It uses market cap and realized price data along with standard deviation to create what has turned out to be one of the most efficient Bitcoin top and bottom prediction tools. So we do know this. And basically, the metric has only gone below its green zone a handful of times. The last time being in March 2020, which was we all know what. But more downside pressure would deliver a repeat performance. This chart is the one for me. Fulb commented about the latest readings. So let's have a look here at this chart. So let's see if we can zoom in a little bit here. Fantastic. Okay, so as we can see here, we had a bottom here in this green box. The bottom is in the green box zone and the top is in the red box zone. So the bottom, okay, as you can see, I mean, Bitcoin really was a flat line over here. And then in 2012, we hit the bottom and look what happened. We went under the bottom here, okay? We went under the bottom here. Sorry, the screen is glaring, so let me just get a bit more. We went under the bottom here and then we consolidated within that area. Look at the time frame. This is nearly 1 year from here to here. Okay, nearly 1 year that there was a consolidation period. The same thing from here. We hit the bottom of the green box and then we slowly started to make our way back up, and then eventually this was the 2020 bottom. This was the March 2020 bottom. So we just touched the top of the box here and we literally went from the top of this green box and exploded all the way to the top of this box. Okay, that's went straight to the oversold zone. So guys, we're in the same place. I mean, this took a lot of energy to get up here, and it bounced around here and then it shot through the box. My personal view where we're at right now, guys, is we could see some immense volatility coming into the space, and I'm going to show you and say to you that right now something quite similar could happen. We literally are heading towards the bottom of this box. I believe we should head to the bottom of the box. And once we've gone to the bottom of the box, guys, we know it takes 1 year. Okay, look at this. 2012 to 2013. 1 year. Okay. 2015 to 2017. Okay. 2019 to 21. It takes 1 year on average, okay, to go from the bottom back, getting momentum, and then all of a sudden it just pumps. So that pump that you guys seen, and I'd like to go to the weekly chart here because we are closing the weekly candle. As I said, I wanted to bring you back to the Bitcoin chart on the weekly. And as you can see, there are my levels. This weekly candle is looking extremely low, but we haven't broken this candle. So there's a slight chance that we could return up a little bit, but I'm not going to vote on it. So that moment in the MVRV, okay, this moment, boom, look at it here on the chart. It was this, boom, this last little run, okay. Look at everything else that you're basically missing. Where is it? March 2020. Okay? Look at all of this gain that you're missing. All of this. Okay? Within this time frame. Just look at it. Okay? So March 2020. Okay? Look at all of this time frame that you're missing out on buying. The bottom. So when you miss out on buying the bottom, you basically miss the train. Like, to buy here is difficult. And I started to buy at this point in crypto. So for me, I've gone through ups, I'm down in my portfolio. Most people are probably down on their portfolio, but that's okay. I'm accumulating more, and I'm dollar cost averaging into my Bitcoin. So on the weekly time frame, we're extremely oversold, both on the stochastic and the RSI. So those are indicators telling us that we desperately need a reversal, a relief in the price of Bitcoin. So it's bound to come within the next few months, but we haven't reached it just yet. And I say that because I've been talking about the dollar, where the dollar's at, and what the dollar is doing. The dollar is reaching these points here where it's right. So 107 to 108 is the target, the top of this purple box. Okay, that would mean that we still have some small little downside to come. So this is interesting now, because if this starts to reverse back up for whatever reason, that could create another head and shoulder pattern. I've been speaking about a head and shoulder pattern, okay, which would potentially bring us back up. So is it going to do that? I don't know. Nobody has a crystal ball that can actually indicate where we're at and what we're doing here in the space. But this is a good indicator that we're reaching the bottom. So whether you're buying now at 19,000 or 15,000, I mean, guys, it's such a insignificant difference to where the future of Bitcoin will head and the price that Bitcoin will head. So as you can see, since its initiation, the price of Bitcoin literally has never come back down ever to those prices. Okay, which is telling you that if you invested here, and right now, today, these are the best buying opportunities of a lifetime. And right now, the biggest shift in wealth is about to take place. So let's get on to some fun stuff. African celebrities join D-Gens on the journey to the moon. Hold on, I didn't finish this article here. There was something else I needed to show. So they're predicting 15,600 would tie in with various existing predictions of where the Bitcoin bottom would be. So this is something that I just wanted from Crypto Bullet 1 and some very important BTC levels. So let's just have a look at this, right? 16K is the average deviation from the moving average. Why did I do that? Is the average deviation from moving average, which is negative 25%. So that's the 50 moving average here. 25% would more or less come to this level. If we can see here, this person has drawn the same levels that I've been saying to you guys. Like 14K is the 29 echo bubble top. 12.12K is a Celsius liquidation. Although, to be honest with you guys, as much fight as there is about Celsius liquidation, I don't believe Celsius are going to get liquidated. It doesn't seem likely. It seems like they're really doing whatever it is that they can to maintain their composure in business, and they're doing well so far. So well done to Celsius for really doing their best to push this liquidation level down to as low as possible. Honestly, for a safety mechanism, I would really prefer this liquidation level to be under the 8,000 level. And I'd say that because here's the key horizontal level at 10,700. And as you can see on my Bitcoin chart, I drew the level here at the bottom of my purple box is the 10,000, but I said 9,975 is the level that we should see the Bitcoin price come to. Now, the next level is the 8,100 and the 6,040. Now, I don't personally believe it's going to get that low, but right now, the charts are saying that we are coming to those points. So there is a bit more further downside movement, and that's okay. We can handle that, and it's very beautiful to see this downside movement because personally, I have never accumulated at these levels, and yeah, I mean, sure, it's beautiful to be at this point right now, and I know there's a lot of fear and a lot of fear in the space, but guys, please, really, like, this is probably the best time to buy ever, and the majority of the people in the world, entrepreneurs that built wealth over the years, the Rothschild family, although I don't really like them at all, they basically said when there's fear in the market, and even though they control the market, they know how to manipulate it. So if you know that they know how to manipulate it, then you should be knowing when is the right time to put in your entries and buy and sell when it reaches certain levels. So I don't know if you guys saw the monthly close. The month of June closed below the 50 moving average the first time in history. December 2020, April 21 rally is fully engulfed. So that's that rally there. That's fully engulfed by that candle. Now, the lowest monthly RSI ever. I agree. Check it. I've been saying this to you guys. Look how low this is. It has never been to this. I mean, it's at 0.2 just about. 0.02. Okay, so really we're in a very interesting space, but guys, as we know, this is going to turn around at some point within the next couple months, and we should see some energy showing huge moves coming for you and Bitcoin. So guys, this is really cool, this article. African degens are on a journey to the moon. With crypto, Africans' people's savings are hedged against insane inflation levels. They can find employment in Web3, and there is always a potential to make life-changing money that will transform the trajectory of their lives forever. Now, the highest inflation rates in Africa as of 2022 by country. Now, guys, I was very surprised by this data. I did not know that Sudan had a 245% inflation rate. That is insane. How are those people living there even alive? I mean, with what happened to Zimbabwe, and we all know Zimbabwe is the example that Robert Kiyosaki, all of those people use as the highest inflation rate. Nobody's talking about Sudan. Why aren't they talking about Sudan? Sudan has 4 times the amount of inflation that Zimbabwe has, but nobody speaks about Sudan. What are you guys hiding in Sudan? We all know. All right. Interesting, because there's a banking cartel there too. Anyways, Ethiopia 34, Angola 23, Syria. Look at all of those interest rates. Guys, I'm going to tell you right now, I am so pleased and so happy to know that South Africa didn't even make this list here. That's phenomenal for me and for you fellow South Africans. It's really awesome. Okay. However, we already know that there's huge issues happening in Africa, and that Africa has seemed to be this dark continent where we've been suppressed for so long. And cryptocurrency, Web3, Web5, these are the very reasons that our dark continent is going to turn into a light continent where most of the stuff in the world is going to look towards for innovation, technology, labor, resources, availability, all kinds of interesting things that are going to unfold in this world in the next century, guys. I'm telling you right now, you better be watching Africa, because Africa is the new world economy of the future. And you'll turn back in 20, 30 years and you'll watch this video and you'll see why I said it. Okay. I live here. I know I haven't really lived in other parts of the world. I've lived in Europe for a year or so. That was amazing. The UK. I've traveled to the States, but I haven't ever lived in these places. So it's very interesting to see what goes on. The legal status of cryptocurrencies in Africa. All the yellows are implicit bans, and all the blues are absolute bans. So this is very interesting to see all of this. All of the white is obviously open and free to trade crypto. But an implicit ban means that there's regulation trying to take place, but it isn't completely banned. It's not illegal, whereas the blue is completely banned. So Egypt and Morocco, my gosh, why would you guys ban this stuff? I mean, it's very interesting because, as you'll see here, CZ from Binance. So Binance is spending big in Africa. In early 22 alone, Binance sponsored the African Cup of Nations in Cameroon and Nigerian Idol. So, guys, this stuff is happening. Like, why are these countries prohibiting this? I mean, it's coming. It's inevitable that it's going to come. So let the market be free. Let the market trade what it needs to. The market will correct and adjust itself in moments that it needs to, and that's what's going to happen. So, guys, the sad news about Bitcoin right now is that I don't believe we've hit a bottom just yet, but we are very, very close on the more positive side of things. So this falling wedge here, okay, we broke down below the line, my support trend line up here. We broke below it, and we broke below the wedge in the same candle. We then tried to come back up in the following week's candle. We couldn't do it. And now in this week's candle, we were rejected by the bottom of the falling wedge and my yellow line. And guys, we couldn't even touch my yellow line. For me, this is coming down a little bit more. But like I say to you, from the top of my purple box here, which is, I'd say, about the 13,000 level, 12.5 to 13,000 level, those are going to be the places where you want to start accumulating heavily, because the price ain't going to stay down there for very long. Sorry, I don't know what happened to them. The price isn't going to stay down there very long, and it's, in my personal view, what we've seen is huge wicks, down, 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 and straight back up. So even though there's capitulation or consolidation for a little moment, capitulation happening right now, it might pull down, wick down, immediately pull back up. That'll be your opportunity lost, okay? And then you'd have to buy again at 19,000. So, lots said in this video. I really appreciate you guys being here, watching this video with me. Thank you for all of your energy. Please remember to hit that thumbs up for sharing this content. Thank you for being here, and I certainly look forward to seeing you on the next one. May you and your families go and have a beautiful and blessed and wonderful day ahead, and love you guys very, very much. Take care and stay strong, and remember, eat, sleep, repeat, Bitcoin. Take care.